everyone. And I swear to God, I hit play to start playing the intro, and my dog comes in here, and I can tell by looking at her she's going to need to fucking go out. You're going to hear her whining in about 2 seconds. So I'm going to have to put this on hold for like 5 minutes while I take her out. Well, I'm going to wait for her to start whining, though, first, just in case I'm wrong. I doubt I am, though. So let me hear. I got to go over here. Because I'm trying to use OBS, so let me go over here and look at the chat.
Hey, everyone.
Oh, there we go. Hi, what's up? So now I can see the chat. Hey, Christy, Reagan, Kira, Poodlerific, Karma, Margot, Hawkskull, Meow Now, Brittany, Gingerly, Alexandra G. Who's up here? Megan, Heather, Aliar, Sassy Nas, Peta, Claire. What's up, Claire? Liz, yo, yo, yo. Karma Kid. What's up? All right, so what are you gonna do? Are you gonna be a pain in my ass? You are. She's gonna be a pain in my ass. I will be back in like 5 minutes or less. So, on that note, shoot, I'm using OBS. I don't know how to put this on pause. I could just play the intro over and over again and loop it. I don't know. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay. It is cold outside too. Holy crap. All right. Let me go back to chat here. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah. For those who weren't here, just as I hit go live and start intro, my dog came in the room ready. I could tell she was ready to whine, and sure enough, she started whining. So I had to take her out real quick. So I apologize. And then I'm on OBS because OBS finally, or rather, Apple finally updated their Mac software. So now OBS works with it. There's no glitch or anything. I can do window display and everything, and so I'm psyched. But I don't really have, I don't know, like a pause screen or whatever. So I just played the intro on loop. So if you weren't sick of that song before, no, I'm kidding. It's a great song. Okay. So I'm not on mute, right? Nope, not on mute. Okay. So okay, as the description says, there's been, in regards to Katie's recent Instagram posts and her actions regarding Jessa Seawald and her sponsor, her sponsor, I've seen some of the most misogynistic behavior ever from Katie. It's alarming, actually, because she seems to pride herself on being this like uber feminist. She's clearly not, but yeah. And like it's amazing that none of this crossed her mind before. I don't understand it. I'm not mute. Are you breaking my balls? You're breaking my balls, aren't you, Crystal? Yeah, because you're the only one telling me I'm on mute, so. It's amazing that none of... Yeah, I'm not on mute. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start and talking about what it is I'm, referencing and giving my 2 cents on matters, because holy shit, I thought that really Katie was done surprising me for the most part, that there was nothing left for her to do to shock me. But this kind of surprised me. And I have to say, too, at the end, in one of her Instagram lives regarding this, was probably Katie being, like, in my opinion, the most narcissistic I've ever seen her. And I'll show you what I mean when, about that, too. So let me just go ahead and get started on this. Which one was it? Nope. Yep, that one. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to start here with these screenshots. This is the post that started it all on Instagram. And here she says, Jessa Seawald posted a new video containing sponsored content, she said contented, from Native, a skin and body care brand. The company promotes an inclusive brand that accepts all people. I don't know if Native knows about Jessa's husband recently posting a video that was anti-LGBTQ plus in the video. She doesn't say plus, but I'm adding the plus. I don't care. In the video, he told people to pray away their feelings and not act out. Practices like this are harmful to the LGBTQ plus community and lead to suicidal thoughts and suicide by LGBTQ plus youth. They also don't appear to be anti-women nor for child abuse. I have a hard time following her sometimes. Like, there's, okay, I know what she means, though. She's talking about the company. Which is curious because Jessa's family promotes blanket trading and uses a rod to discipline their children. I've reached out, oh, that died. I've reached out to Native for a comment on these details and haven't heard back. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead to the next one. Native responded to our questions about Jessa Seawald representing their brand. Native promotes inclusivity and acceptance of all people. We shared that both Ben and Jessa have repeatedly made homophobic statements and directed them to a video by Ben telling people to pray away they're gay. See, here's my problem with this. She shares nothing at all of Jessa saying these things. Now, she may very well hold these beliefs. I'm not questioning that. But Katie doesn't at all question it either. She doesn't even see Jessa as really her own separate person, but just as Ben's wife. Like, Jess is not even just another person capable of independent thoughts, actions, views. Jess is basically nothing more than like an extension of Ben's penis. This is what she's saying, basically. Like, why is it that when she heard about this brand deal, that it never once crossed her mind to think or to look at it as, well, it looks like Ben is starting to become a bit more compassionate in his views, a bit more inclusive. Who knew? No, it never crossed her mind that possibly Jessa's actions would at all dictate Ben, the husband. No, because he's the man. But, of course, Jessa's nothing more than a tool of her husband's thoughts and views. I mean, she's not even being held accountable for her own actions here. She's being held accountable for her husband's actions. So, they said they had no idea about her background. What background? It's her family's background. It's her parents' background when she's talking about the rod and everything. That's not her background. She hasn't developed a background yet. I'm not saying that it's not representative of Jessa's beliefs. Maybe it is. But I don't know. Who does know? And have no plans to work with them or to work with her in the future. Any company that supports the LGBTQ plus has a right to know if an ambassador makes disparaging or homophobic comments. Oh, okay. So it wasn't even Jessa's contract. She wasn't even the ambassador because she's just the wife. Everything is the man's. This was the man's contract. This was the man's income. This was the man's thoughts. He's the ambassador. She's not even capable of making such a decision, a legal contract decision on her own and being the ambassador. I mean, Katie couldn't even give her the title of ambassador. They also have a right to know that Jessa is connected to a cult that promotes corporal punishment, submission of women, racism, and total authority of men. Okay. Well, what about who Katie's connected to? What kind of people is Katie connected to? I mean, there's her husband where there's the alleged rumor or whatever, or the rumor that he's allegedly like a white supremacist. So would it be safe to say that Katie might be connected to that? Or what about her husband's stepbrother? I mean, Katie's connected to that, right? I mean, women are so much more than what they're connected to or who they're connected to. We appreciate Native's quick response. They agreed that Jessa does not align to what their brand stands for. That's nice. All right, I'm going to check chat here real quick. Okay, all right, I'm going to continue then. Oh, and these posts, every post I've shown so far happened on February 2nd. I just want to point that out. For those claiming this interferes with Jessa's work, let me be clear about something. There are plenty of conservative brands she can partner with and do advertising for on her channel. In other words, Jessa, stay in your lane. Stay over there. Don't come over here and all this inclusive shit like that. You're not welcome in this inclusivity. You're not welcomed. However, she should not be profiting off a company that promotes inclusivity when she promotes the exact opposite. Okay, where does she promote this? And what about the company profiting off of her? And then her screenshot says, "Hi, thanks so much for reaching out. We weren't aware of some of these details, but our team is currently looking into this. As of now, we have no plans to continue working with Jessa in any capacity. We appreciate you bringing this to our attention, as you're right, this doesn't align with our values." Okay, the next screenshot, she goes into this a little bit more. In the middle of the trial for Josh Duggar, Ben Sewell attacked bisexual and gay people. He stated in the over 10-minute video that homosexuality is a sin and cannot be acted upon. He states that God does not want people to be gay. He commands people to pray and become more like God. His friend Owen compares homosexuality to whatever, in terms of how morally wrong it is. Homophobic rhetoric like this leads to suicide in LGBTQ plus youth. Conversion therapy is illegal in dozens of states and does not work. Hate speech like this is dangerous to an already vulnerable community. Sponsors have a right to know that Jessa and her husband support harmful practices against LGBTQ plus people. She can blame herself and no one else for her decisions to attach herself to a man that over and over promotes hate speech. Oh my, that actually kind of made me mad. How is that not victim shaming? Because any way you look at this, Jessa's a victim of Katie right now because Katie attacked her. Katie demeaned her. Katie didn't value her enough to consider that she was acting of her own accord. So Katie acted on her assumption there and took away income, took away a feeling of accomplishment from Jessa. And now she says, you have no one to blame but yourself, Jessa, for your shit, for this, because you attached yourself to this man that I don't approve of. Therefore, you don't deserve to be a human in my eyes. It's your own damn fault. That's nice. Jessa believes exactly like Ben. They do not approve of anything other than heterosexual relationships, period. This is the opposite of inclusive. No, what Katie is doing is the opposite of inclusive. She's making sure that the ignorant stay ignorant over an ignorant land. She doesn't want them to change or to conform or to have any moment of realization or enlightenment. She wants, dare I say she wants to keep content material. I'll talk more about that in a minute. Let me check chat here. I'm going to keep checking chat because I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything or whatever. Yeah, if anyone has a question or wants to say anything, just tag me because I'm not even really reading much right now. I'm just scrolling through. And if I see my name tagged in orange there, then I'll stop. So, okay. Okay, so then the next screenshot, and this was the following day. Everything was on February 2nd. Now, this is February 3rd. She shares this. A follower sent this to me this morning. I don't follow Katie Bates Clark. However, she was promoting a cereal brand yesterday. Magic Spoon Cereal says they are no longer working with her. I did not contact the sponsor, nor did I know she collaborated with them. And in the screenshot, it says yesterday on the screenshot, someone wrote to Magic Spoon Cereal. Hi, I just wanted to reach out regarding your partnership with Katie Clark Bates. I'm surprised that you're working with her. Her family is racist, homophobic, and publicly mocked the murder of George Floyd. Family members supported and went to the insurrection, among other things. I urge you to look into this family before having them represent your brand. Their company responded, thank you so much for sending us this message. We are no longer working with Katie. And as you can see there, to February 3rd. Now Katie apparently got blamed for this. She says, hi everyone. Reading captions is super important. Not at all, like, condescending or anything. I am being accused of bullying Katie Bates. Okay. She may not have initially bullied her, or she may not have started the bullying, but, oh yeah, her sharing that screenshot and everything from her viewer, she was bragging about it. That was her bragging. That was her being proud of what the movement that she started. Because let's face it, that viewer, because even looking at the screenshot, it said yesterday, meaning that the viewer likely watched Katie or read Katie's posts and thought, wow, what a good idea. I'm going to do that. And then turned around and did it. And again, and the reasoning too that they told the company, let's go back here. Oh wait, I'll go to that one. Her family is racist, and they publicly mocked the murder. Now I think I know the video in which they're talking about there, where someone made a joke and then members of the family laughed. From what I recall, and I could be wrong, it was at least noticeably so. It was the men in the family, and when it came to the insurrection, those who were reported attending were males in the family. So here we have it, another woman having to pay the price for the actions of the men in the family. And Katie's proud of this. She started this. They got the idea from her the day before, and Katie is showing off. Yeah, that's bullying. She is absolutely bullying her. Oh, wrong one. I did not contact your sponsor. I do not... Really? Oh, my bad. I didn't pause it. Okay. I do not follow her. Someone sent me a message that they received from a sponsor, and I reported that information to you. I have reported brands dropping people for years. This isn't new. If you don't like my platform, there is an unfollow button. But read captions before yelling at me about something I didn't do. I did contact Jessa's sponsor because of Ben's video. She even says it. I asked them if they were aware of his homophobic statements, not their. Now she's not saying it was the both of them. Now she's saying it was just his. If they were aware of his homophobic statements and videos. The brand is inclusive, and this is a huge misalignment for them. I will always stand up for the LGBTQ+. Really? Did you ask them before you did this? Did they give any kind of inclination that this is how they wanted this situation handled? Because here's how I see it. Here was an opportunity for two sides of an issue to potentially come together in, albeit in minimal way, but in some way anyways, either knowingly or unknowingly, because you had, like, just the side of, according to Katie, the ignorant will say, they would have been enjoying and appreciating and discussing a brand or products from a brand that they were using. And then you could have potentially had people, in the LGBTQ plus community discussing and enjoying and appreciating the company and possibly even the brands. Now, like I said, the two sides may not have knowingly come together on some sort of common ground or something in common. It may have been completely unknown to either of them until it happened. But Katie shut this shit right down before it could start. Yeah, no. Now, this is about inclusivity, not, come on. Did the community ask you to do that? Were they looking for that to happen? No, you took it upon yourself to do it. You played YouTube police once again, or whatever, police once again, and you were judge, jury, and executioner for no reason. None. No reason at all. This benefited you none other than views and, clicks or shares or whatever. I will always stand up for the LGBTQ+. Every influencer makes money a variety of ways. Jessa is not going to go broke with the loss of the deal. No. But isn't it Katie who's always saying that Jessa and them, they're living under Jim Bob's financial thumb? Well, here Jessa had an opportunity to take one step away from that thumb, to take a step toward financial stability and independence. But Katie shut this shit right down. This is where I say, was dare I say, Katie trying to protect her any future content, since part of her content is how the kids are financially dependent on the evil boss there, Jim Bob. Well, if they start, obtaining independence, well, there goes some of Katie's content, right? I mean, what's one to think? Because reporting and being a news reporter, you're not supposed to get involved or interact with the story. You're supposed to just sit back, observe, and report. But she's manipulating it now. She's trying to turn the story any which way she sees fit. Why is that? Content, in my opinion. Just checking over chat real quick. If it walks like defamation and quacks like defamation. Exactly, Hawk Skull. Exactly. Okay. YouTube AdSense pays way more than a brand deal will ever pay. There is no way to pull her YouTube advertising, period. Oh, but I'm sure that's not due to a lack of you trying there, Katie. So stop coming over here and screaming at me. Stop doing shit that inspires people to scream. I will stand up for what I believe, always. I believe that. And, like, what is it exactly she believes? Like, she believes, like, eternal damnation for those who have opposed me this week, those who have upset me. I mean, that's like her whole life philosophy. You piss me off, I'll fucking ruin you. That's what life is about for her, in my opinion. I did not contact Katie's sponsor. I shared information that I received from someone who did. I did not tell anyone to contact your sponsors. No, but you set the example. You happily and proudly displayed your example. That's what you did. That's the problem when you have a platform this size. You are responsible for inciting behavior like this. You just are. I mean, it's one of those things, you don't get to have all the perks and all the benefits without some of the responsibility. For those saying, brands have a responsibility to vet influencers. For those saying that I wouldn't like losing a deal, I have lost deals by brands. It's part of this business. Yeah, she has. But every brand deal that she's lost, it's been because of her actions, her words, her behavior, her views. It hasn't been because of something her husband did or anyone else in her family did. She hasn't lost any deals because someone said, you know what, we think your husband might be a white supremacist, okay? And allegedly, just that's the rumor going around about him. So it's not out of reason to expect that could be a reason, a brand could contact her. But that never happened. And then there's her husband's brother-in-law. Well, she never lost a brand deal over that, right? No, everything she's lost was because of her. Not the same situation, not even close. I also don't take brand deals anymore because of how fickle brands are when it comes to controversy. They're fickle like that. They like to be connected to someone that will promote their public view or their public persona. They like to be connected to someone that might help generate an income. They're fickle like that. Sons of bitches. I am not brand friendly with what I cover. Yo, she thinks it's because of what she covers, not like how she covers. People hate me. That's fine. So I don't put my livelihood on a brand deal. That's wise. Every content creator can make money without brand deals, period. True. Let me check chat first. Remember when Katie tried to get teen mom Kale into a vax debate when she posted about some true crime documentary? Then Katie turned their one or two tweet interaction to multiple videos. Oh my God, yeah. Well, I wasn't there to see that happen, but yes, I seen the aftermath of it. I came around, I think, right after that. That's when I came on the scene. But yes, I do remember, Annie. I do. Okay. Oh my God, thank you so much for the super sticker, Coffee Too Crazy. Thank you. All right, anything else? Oh, hey, Garfield. What's up? Katie knows even if what she claims is false, if she brings up that the person is racist, homophobic, and anti-LGBTQ+, the company most likely will stop working with them. Yeah. I mean, I think that anyone would have to offer a little something to back their claim, but yeah, I don't think that the company is going to demand irrefutable proof or anything, because I mean, just it's public relations. It's not even always about what's true. It's about what looks like it's true. Oh, thank you so much for the super sticker, Crystal, aka Not a Troll. You know, in the words of Katie, you know who says they're not a troll? Trolls. That's something a troll would say. All right, I digress. Okay, so next screenshot. Hear me on this. Yesterday, Jessa happens to post a video on her YouTube of the Christmas sweater party. Anna Duggar is seen for the first time since the trial in the video. I do not believe this was accidents at all. Anna was seen smiling and happy in the video. People assumed she was feeling relief and enjoying her family. I believe the video by Jessa was strategic to soften people to Anna's return. Knowing how Jim Bob wants the world to believe that everything is good in their life, Anna's post solidifies that she's happy because she's not worried about Josh's guilt. She believes he is innocent. I firmly believe her post was made at the direction of Josh or Jim Bob. They want to try to control the narrative. They want to win back favor. You know, so what? I'm not saying that they deserve everything that they want, but of course they're going to want this. And people who aren't even public figures but are just on social media try to control the narrative of how their life or how themselves are portrayed. Who doesn't do this? Katie, oh my God, Katie rewrites history more than anyone I fucking know. Like, what? Like, I just don't see how this is newsworthy or report worthy. Like, I would find it newsworthy if they were reacting differently. That's just my opinion. All right, that's the last one. Yeah, that's what I'm saving for a video. Okay. So yeah. Let me go back over here. Yeah. So how is this not misogyny? How is Katie not the biggest fucking misogynist by her not even, it never even crossed her mind for a second that maybe Jessa could be having an effect or swaying Ben's opinion or views or whatever. Like, that never crossed her mind. That wasn't a possibility. No, because Jessa's just a woman. You know, Jessa's down. She can't even be held up. She can't even be titled as the ambassador or the thoughts and feelings of the ambassador because it's just Jessa. You know, how do you sit there and then proclaim to be about women's rights and doing this for equality and then call yourself a feminist and everything else when you don't even. You just completely overlook this woman as a person and is nothing more than an extension of her husband's penis. I don't know what else to call it. That's exactly what it is. And I mean, how do we know that this wasn't Jess's? And I hate to play the what if game. I do, because there's always a what if. But like she points out, I'm going to show this in a video in a moment. But like she points out in the video I'm about to show that this brand is known for inclusivity, and their products are primarily sold at Target, which is another company or whatever corporation that apparently the Duggars have an issue with. So how do we know that this wasn't Jessa showing the world that she's not like her parents, that she's her own person, and that she doesn't think the same as her husband or her parents? But she has a hard time or she doesn't feel safe to come right out and say that. Now, Katie just assured that she was shut right out of this community. Right out. Nope. Get the fuck out of here. Get back over on your side of the street with your conservative corporations or companies or whatever, brands. That's exactly what Katie just did. All right. Oh, this is going to make it hard for me to watch chat. Shit. Wait, I got to turn that off of that for 1 second. Oh, good thing I did that. Huh. Okay, there we go. So I want to play. don't know what that was.
It was specifically because if you go to their Instagram accounts, is that I'm a bully.
Okay, no, not that one. This one.
They consistently go around.
I'm going to turn this up because I'm using OBS. It's not playing through the system. It's going to pick it up. It's going to be picked up in my microphone. So I'm going to turn it up for you guys to hear. But so this should help.
And say that they're being persecuted because of their Christianity and everyone hates them and they're being bullied. Nobody's bullying a family that literally.
Okay.
There was one other thing I wanted to share too.
Okay, I'm just going to pull up chat on my tablet quick because I want to make sure you guys can hear it okay. And everything before I just go ahead and continue. Why can't I pull it up? Because probably I'm not in StreamYards. Oh, there we go. I found it. Okay. So were you guys able to hear that okay? Sounds good. Okay, good. All right. Thank you. Now, this is where I hear Katie say, do whatever, behave. One of the most narcissistic ways I've ever seen for her.
And then for those of you that were mad about me reaching out to a sponsor of Jessa, it is not uncommon for people that report on people to reach out to sponsors about specific relationships with influencers, specifically if the brand does not align with that person. That's not uncommon. And I've done this before, but I mean, I haven't done this in a long time. But with Jessa, it was page. It's very clear the kind of message they're trying to send, that they're an inclusive brand. The brand is also pretty specifically sold at Target, which is another outlet that the Duggars hate. So I brought all of this up to that person that knows the Duggars, and they flat out said that the brand wouldn't be a good match for Jessa because Jessa's fans wouldn't want to associate with a brand that is pro LGBTQ+. They said it's not a bad thing for a brand to cut ties over aligning misalignments over philosophies because it's not a good fit for her either. Because this person said her fans would be outraged at anybody because they feel the same way that she does. They don't want to align with companies that are compassionate towards them. They don't shop at Target because they have bathrooms for transgender people and because of their policies about transgender people. That's who the Duggars are. So, and that's who their fan base is. And if that bothers you, I don't know what else to say, but that's the fact. And they also pointed out that.
So did you get that? Katie did her a favor. Katie was looking out for Jessa. I mean, Jessa almost pissed off her entire viewer base. Like this could have ruined Jessa. She could have lost it all. It's a good thing Katie was here and Katie was looking out. It's a good thing Katie protected her from that. I mean, because this would have been bad. Jessa would have just really pissed a lot of people off by showing that she used a company that promoted inclusivity. Like, everyone would have just written her right off. God, good thing Katie was there to protect that for her. Katie's the hero. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Any other people would have noticed it too. Other people would have reached out to them. I just happened to be fast at doing it.
She's not just a hero, dude, guys. She's like the fastest hero. She's the #1 hero.
But I noticed when I was on the comments of Native that people were already posting comments before I even said anything. And someone reached out to me about it before I even said anything, so I wasn't the first person that noticed, obviously.
Why does she do that? Wait a minute. Why does she do that? Like, someone sent it to me. I wasn't the first person to see it, or I didn't make up that word. I didn't make that up. I'm not the first person who said that. I didn't start that. Who cares? You're the one with the platform of like over 200,000 subscribers, okay? It doesn't matter if you're first or 400,000th, okay? You're probably the one causing the most damage because of your audience. That's great. You didn't think it up. Oh, but you had a chance to think about it. You've learned about it. You've had it around for a while, and you still chose to perpetuate it and throw it out there and put yourself behind it. That's great. You weren't the first. No, you were just the most damaging. That's all.
So, and accountability isn't a bad thing when it comes to sponsorships. And also, I want to point out something too.
I'm sure it's not, but what is Jessa being accountable for? I mean, she's the one facing accountability, but for her husband's words, not her own. In fact, Katie didn't even ask her. Katie didn't give any consideration to what Jessa's stance or views might be, or how she felt about it. Katie didn't even give her that respect, because to Katie, she's nothing more than an extension of Ben's penis. She's not really a person. So why? It doesn't matter. Why should she have to ask her? It's...
Jessa Duggar makes a ton of money on YouTube. Tons. She's making a zillion times more in ad revenue on her AdSense than she would be making on a sponsored post. On her channel with 200 some thousand subscribers, I'm guessing that she probably made about $1,000 on that sponsorship.
That doesn't seem like much.
But she could make 5 times that on a video. She's making passive income on all of her videos every single day on YouTube because they're all monetized. You don't need brand deals when you're on YouTube. You just don't. They are a nice benefit, but they also come with a lot of rules. They also come with a lot of stipulations. You have to follow specific guidelines. You have to follow contracts. You have to post at a certain time. You have to have the right pinned comments. You have to have the exact right content. They have to watch your video before you post. I don't do them because of all the stipulations. They are so hard, and then the brands are very fickle. So if anything doesn't match them, or if they get one negative comment, they cut ties. And people know that. Like, brands don't want anything to do with controversy at all.
Bastards.
I actually think there should be reform when it comes to marketing with influencers, so that there is protection for the influencer that's marketing for them on the heels of backlash.
So, if there was this reform that she's speaking of, if that was in play, that would have been great, because that would have protected Jessa from facing accountability due to her husband's words, because some bitch on the internet had a hard-on for her. That would have been great, okay? However, think about what Katie's saying here. And who knows, maybe in a situation like that, it's some sort of reform could be applied. I'm not sure how. I mean, I think it'd be like a free speech violation, but whatever. But according to Katie, she thinks that there should be some sort of reform applied, so that if a company gets wind of you being a dick or doing some asshole shit online, they're forced to stay tied to you. So the influencer doesn't lose out. In what world would that happen? Like, how? That's forcing others to face accountability for your actions. That's exactly what that is. How about you just don't be such a dick online, and then this won't be an issue? I don't know. That's just my... And, oh, shit. What happened? Oh.
even if they continue not, if even if they decide not to work with her moving forward, we don't even know if this was an ongoing contract. Most of their be reform when it comes to marketing with influencers, so that there is protection for the influencer that's marketing for them in the on the heels of backlash. And because if they drop, oh, and that's another thing, she'll still get paid. Even if they continue not, even if they decide not to work with her moving forward, we don't even know if this was an ongoing contract. Most of these deals are one time. So they'll hire you for one post and then that's it. And then they don't work with you again. That's just, they move from person to person to person, because continuing to market with the same person is just going to the same audience over and over and over again. They try to penetrate as many markets as possible, so they go through as many influencers as possible. So most...
Okay, I can see like a trial kind of thing. Like, okay, let's see how this goes. We'll agree to one collaboration or whatever. But I can't, what company is going to sit there and say, wow, that was really lucrative, let's not do that shit again? What company is going to sit there and think, you know, hey, here's a place, here's an area on the internet where we know we get great reception, we have a lot of customers, and we make good profits from, but let's take a risk and try all these other places and just forget about that one. Fuck that. What is she thinking? I could see the one posting being true to the point that it's like a trial thing. If all goes accordingly, if all goes good, then let's commit. Sure. But no fucking, and especially with a brand or with a company like Native, because it's not just like a one-time sale. It's not like a car or something where your customer base is going to own the product for like 10 years or something. This is like skincare shit. I mean, you want to hammer home the audience you know you're successful in. You want to be up their ass almost. I mean, you're not going to go running away in hopes of maybe not finding anything else where dude, she used to work in corporate. You know, she used to finance even. Wasn't it like the corporate finance world or something she said? It was like college loans or some shit, whatever. Dude, is that college like bankrupt now? Like seriously, because did they sit there and say, listen, no, here's like a whole like socioeconomic class or whatever people where we trick into all these loans and shit like that for college for non-transferable college credits and everything. Let's not do that shit again. Let's go over here where we know no one's going to buy our bullshit, or where we think no one could possibly not buy our bullshit. Wow.
Like most initial contracts are for one post, and then you get paid for it regardless if you don't work with them again. Jessa, for her part, would do best by finding companies that align with her goals, that finding products that align with her values. So she would want to find companies that align with her views on life, which there are tons of conservative companies out there. There are tons that align with her values, and work with those companies.
Katie's gatekeeping for Native. She's gatekeeping for the LGBTQ plus community. She's gatekeeping for anyone who follows anyone on social media. She's gatekeeping on where people can earn a profit from. Who gave her that right? Who assigned that to her? Who asked her even to look out for anyone's interests? Who the hell is she to think she... You know, what if this was like an attempt even on Native's part to try to bring two sides of the issue together? Katie just shut that shit down, and now she's saying to Jessa, you know, there's other companies you can go to. Just stay over there. You're not welcome over here in our land of inclusivity. You're excluded from our inclusivity. That's what she's saying. Wow. And she's saying that she's doing it on behalf of the LGBTQ plus community. That's why she's doing it. Bullshit.
That's really the bottom line. You have to be extremely careful when you're an influencer of who you decide to align with.
Okay, was that it? Yep, that was it. Okay. Go back over here to chat. Okay, now I got chat back up on the screen. I mean, I can't, when I was listening, when I was reading this, like I read it, I skimmed through it when it first came out. I was busy working and everything the past few days. I didn't have much time to devote. So it wasn't until like yesterday and today I was really looking at shit and I'm like, what the fuck? This is more harmful to women than to women than anything. This, I would even argue that this is more harmful to the LGBTQ plus community because, well, not more harmful than anything, but her doing this is more harmful to the community than had she not done it, is what I'm saying. I sit there and if everything Katie says about the females in this family are true, let's argument's sake, let's say Katie's right about it all. Then how much harm is she causing here? Because she's shutting doors, she's slamming doors shut right in front of Jessa's face. Let's say Jessa is this like repressed, subjugated woman in her home, in her life, in her family. Katie's slamming the door in her face every time she's trying to get out. What the fuck? Why would Jessa even try after a while? I mean, at some point you think Jessa would just cave in or give in, just fuck it. You know, I mean, like that's not going to at some point produce suicidal ideations or something. I mean, I would think it would. If you were actually in a lifestyle, in a life where you were subjugated, where you were demeaned, where you were devalued, and you were abused, and you had no rights granted to you, or you had no rights supported of yours by those closest to you, and if every chance you had, you tried to get out, you got the courage or whatever to try and just take that first step to get out, the outside just slammed you right back in. And how much longer would you put up with that before you just finally gave up? I mean, what? Oh. I mean, how much longer would you put up with that before you gave up? How much longer would you stay in that life before you gave up? What the fuck is Katie doing? What is she? I mean, if you're gonna be a self-proclaimed advocate, then you should at least pretend to be one, something. She's causing more harm than any good she could be doing. And you know, I'm reminded too, like, I sit there and I think about the harm she could be causing and everything, and I'm reminded, like, of the video, the montage thing when I did not too long ago of her saying all those disgusting things, you know, how I mashed them all up. And I sit there and think, she claims to be doing this to try to raise awareness because people need to realize, we need to deal with this, we need to combat it. Well, by her talking about it so crass and so disgustingly, all she's doing is causing people to turn it off and to go look at something else, to go watch something else. She's lowering she's lowering viewership. She's lowering the spread of this information because nobody wants to hear it put the way she's putting it. The only people who want to hear it said like that are the ones causing that kind of harm. Anyone who really wants to stop it, who wants to advocate to stop it, they don't want to hear that. They're turning elsewhere. But the ones who are getting off on it, they're the ones tuning in. That's fucking disgusting. So, you know, and that's the harm, in my opinion, that she's causing, along with so much others. Sorry, okay, I saw myself tagged. Okay, Lauren says, Katie acts like Bailey Siren doesn't make most of her money from sponsors, so she doesn't have to block words and walk on eggshells around YouTube rules. Yeah. Autistic show, I'm a suicide survivor. You're right. Oh, I'm so glad you're a survivor. I'm so glad. It sucks I'm right, but I'm so glad you're a survivor. You are loved and you are wanted. Please know that. Okay. Home loans and a Wells Fargo, then school loans at a for-profit. Yeah, this is one I remember. For-profit online college that's still open, but has faced a class action lawsuit and had 2 attorney generals investigate. Oh. I didn't know all that. I knew it was like one of the for-profit ones, like Phoenix or whatever. Something, what? I forget the other name of the other one. I know. Yeah, exactly, Shelby. That's like saying they will only sell a product at a store for a month because it's just going to the same people. Like, what? That's kind of what you want. You want repeat business. If people buy your shit and they don't want to buy it again, then you're going to have a hard time finding new customers, because why would anyone take that risk if your previous customers don't care to take it again? Oh, that reminds me. Hi, Llamagirl. Okay, I'm going to add this to the description too. If you're a content creator on YouTube, then who covers Katie, then you know that in order to get a lot of Katie's Instagram lives, you gotta know Llamagirl, okay? And I have to say, it's because of Llamagirl that I'm able to do much of the content that I've done. Llamagirl does this for nothing. She doesn't ask for things. She doesn't ask for praise. She doesn't ask for anything in return. She uploads all of this for anyone to use and just watch and enjoy. Okay, so if you enjoy watching any of these video clips, and certainly if you enjoy making videos and potentially, just making good content that you make money off of, I am going to, and like Llamagirl knows nothing about this, I myself am going to implore you, consider going to her Twitter or going to the link that I'll provide in the description. Buy her coffee. Because this is her time, her labor, okay? And she's doing this out of the kindness of her heart. She's not doing this for any other reason but to provide people with the information to enjoy, share, or use. And she's awesome, because I don't know what I would do without her. And sometimes I can find the clips, but most of the time when it comes to Instagram Lives, I can't, because Katie deletes that shit quick. And by the time Katie's deleting it, Llamagirl already has it. So just think about it, man, because she's a big reason why this community can talk about so much of the shit that we talk about. So that's all. Yeah, just because no brand would repeat with Katie, she ignores people like Nick Snyder, who has Adam and Eve sponsor him like all the time. True Sleuth and Klarissa Ann made videos debunking KJ. Oh, okay. All right, I'll check those out. Eric, let me go grab that link to Llamagirl right now, because I do have her account open, because I was watching her videos. There we go. All right, so yes, here's the link, and I will add it to the description too. I already have like a permanent like shout out to her in my description. It's on my default setting, so like every video that I add the default thing to, there's a shout out. But I'm going to, if she gives me permission, I'm going to add this link there too permanently. So. There you go. So yeah, there's the link. It's let's buy her coffee so this way she can stay nice and perky and alert and awake and keep recording the Instagram lives for us. Thank you, Llamagirl. Native doesn't do one and done sponsorships. They work ongoing, estimated amount based on the subs and views. Jessa gets the deal. Subs and views. Jessa gets the deal was $18K. That's what Katie allegedly cost Jessa in the future. Jesus, And doesn't Jessa has kids too, doesn't she? I mean, I don't know much about the Duggars, I'll be honest. But I want to say that don't all the girls have kids, or all the ones that are married, anyways. So I mean, what could this have done for her kids? I mean, just what right does she have to interfere like this? I mean, especially for someone who claims to be a reporter, okay, who reiterates this title over and over again and talks about the trials and everything of being a reporter. Oh God, a job is so taxing sometimes. What reporter just gets involved and manipulates the story and just fucks with people's lives like this? What reporter casts their own views and judgments on other people, on the story? I mean, a lot of reporters will give their opinions or whatever, but they do so just in a way of non-influencing things. Katie wants to influence everything. Oh, you did meet me. Whatever. Do good letters. EKC off topic, but that's one fancy shirt you have going. Thank you. It's really not. It's just like spandex shirt or something. I don't know. I got it through on Amazon, but are you guys familiar with my VIP on or something like that? It's a website where you find all these crazy coupons, 50% off coupons, sometimes 70-80% off for things on Amazon. So this shirt I got for $6 and it was free shipping. Well, I have Prime, so of course it was free shipping, but yeah. So I'm like, oh shit, I can't pass that up. What is that website? It was Irish Badass told me about it, and I'm forever in her debt for this. It's not saved in my cache? Oh, that's right, I erased my cache not too long ago. Yep, myvipon.com. I'll put a link here. Yeah, that's if you. Why did that come up like that? Is it because I didn't do this? What the fuck? Really? I have to do the... There we go. Now it's a link. But yeah, if you go to that, you just click on that link, and then in the search bar, or you can use the categories or whatever, or both, whatever. You just search for whatever it is you're looking for. Now, there's no guarantee that there will be something there that you're looking for. Say if you're looking for mascara, there may be nothing there that day, but later on that day or the next day, there will be. For the most part, for most anything, really. Your really big items, maybe not, but I got a real Apple charger, not even a knockoff, a real Apple charger for $10. That's, I can't find anything like that around here. But yeah, if, once you find something you're willing to like or whatever, willing to look at, you click on it, then that's going to bring you to another VIP page, and then you're going to see a code on the bottom, and that's going to say open in Amazon or something like that, or copy code and open in Amazon. Then when you click on that, it will automatically save the code. It'll copy it. It'll open up that product page in Amazon. And then when if you do choose to get it, you add it to your cart. And then when you go to cash out, at the bottom you're going to see add gift code or whatever, coupon code or whatever. Then you just click paste and you paste it in there. And then it takes it right off. Whatever amount it's saving you, it just takes it right off the total. Oh my God, thank you so much for the super sticker, Flying Monk Mom. Thanks for you being you. And enjoy your savings at Amazon now. It's interesting how different New York and Jersey folks say documentary. I've noticed it by many other creators. Really? I mean, I know that, like, I'm told anyways that there's, like, different accents throughout New York even. Like, it's like the Brooklyn accent. Everyone knows that one, But, like, whether you're from, like, up north by Canada or whether you're by Binghamton or by Buffalo, like, to me, it all sounds the same. And, like, unless you're by or in the parts of Jersey that have, like, that same type of Brooklyn or Jersey Italian accent, it all sounds the same to me. I don't know. That's cool, though, that you can hear like, it's me. I'm, like, deaf to accents. Other people can hear them so well, and they can do them so well, like Julie Virgo. Like, I'm so jealous of her. I wish I could do accents like her. But in order to do them, you got to hear them, and I can't even hear them. Yes, Kira, it's like honey. I've tried out honey too, but I have to say, I kind of like, I find that, at least for the things that I buy often, or even just I end up buying, my VIP on ends up being more worthwhile to me. So, but I mean, like, you won't find the same. Oh, and this is one thing though that is kind of messed up. Through Amazon, you can only use a coupon code for one product once. Like, I bought this thing of razors or whatever, this electric shaver and stuff, and all these attachments, and then his dad wanted one, and I kept trying to buy another one with that same coupon code, and I couldn't. So I had to do it under a different Amazon account. Oh, okay. I'll redo it again, Sue Elliott. There you go, that link. Why is it not turning into a link? Okay, there it goes. That one I spelled right. I know she is funny, Belinda Palm, when she does Charlotte. Oh my God. She does Charlotte, when she does Kate. I mean, she does every accent, like, so good. Oh God, I would love to do that. Yeah, well, I mean, I can hear your obvious accents, but, like, people can hear, like, I can't tell the difference between, like, a Scottish or an Irish accent, really. I can't tell the difference between an English accent or an Australian accent. Like, those even sound the same to me. I can barely hear Katie's Midwestern accent, only when she does, like, certain words, like the word law or whatever, however she says it. I can hear that. But I can't really hear it any other time. Yeah, I mean, like, your Southern accents I can hear, but I know that there's, like, different types of Southern accents, and they just all sound the same to me. I know. Did Irish Badass contact you about speaking with another creator that was willing to have a conversation with you and only you? No, I don't believe she did. Unless it depends on where she would have contacted me. Nothing there. Let me check here. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. There's like two places really that she and I have talked, and I don't see anything from her there. On either place, rather. But you're more than welcome to contact me if you want. I mean, if you know anything about it, or say you sure you betcha for me in your best you sure you betcha. I don't know. I don't know. I know I read about it too, like I read that the accent like elongates the vowels, like it stretches them out. I don't even know how to do that. Like I know, like I've heard of like the long, like say like okay, cat, that's a short vowel, or Kate, that's a long vowel. But when it talks of the Midwestern accent, it's like it stretches it out, like all vowels. Like it's, I don't know. I can't picture it though. I can't hear it. I don't know. See, even Claire, like I hear it now that it's been pointed out to me. Now I can hear it a little bit. But like before someone said anything about her New Jersey accent, I didn't even really notice an accent. I don't get it. I know. You can. What? Yep, I can tell if someone is from Fastballs from. What? Send button, stop it. All right, I get it now. Okay, yeah, you can DM me there. Either account, I'll be sure to check both accounts. I have my main account, like is the account I really use on Instagram, which is Slayer Utica, but you will find an EKC People Suck account. I pretty much just took this so no one else would take the name. So, because I don't know, I think at the time I was all paranoid about like parody accounts like Katie gets, which it wasn't that I was paranoid. I would welcome parody accounts. I just didn't want them to actually use the name EKC People Suck. So I took it up. But I check it and everything for messages. And it's also not blocked by Katie or anyone, so. But yeah, so that's my whole take there on Katie. And like, her video too, maybe I'll save that for another time. Actually, maybe I'll save that for a translator video, because she's kind of a bitch throughout it, and that makes for a good video. You can exaggerate the fuck out of your area's accent. I know, I don't have an accent. I wish I had one. I still have that KFC pineapple pizza sucks at Gmail account. Now I'm gonna hack it. Yeah, Katie was just doing her a solid. Exactly, yo. I mean, poor Jessa, she doesn't realize how close she came to getting canceled by her own viewers had it not been for Katie. You know, I mean, that's kind of, how is it not narcissistic and incredibly so? Because, like, basically, Katie believes herself to be one who can bring down Jessa or provide for her. Like, she took away her sponsor. That's going to empower her, you know. So she knows that she can affect her financial situation. But then to turn around and think that you did so, like, or you try to explain as though you did so on her behalf, like you're propping her up there, like you believe you can do either or to over this woman. That's how's that not narcissism? I don't know. You hear New York in my accent? Forget about it. I can't do it. Do people from California have an accent to others? Well, like maybe if you're like from the valley out there or something. I mean, a little bit. Like, yeah. But I mean, I don't know. The one accent I can hear like very well is like the New England accent. I don't know, that one drives me up a wall though. Like I like it, but it drives me up a wall. Like I don't mean the Boston accent. There's the Boston accent, and then there's the New England accent. And though these two I can tell the difference between. But it's a strong accent though too, I think. Oh, Carrie, yeah, I read that. Actually, I have that screenshot somewhere where she's talking. Or no, it's a blog post she did. She explains how a misdiagnosis or whatever gave her son autism. She explains how her son was misdiagnosed or misdiagnosed with this is right. A misdiagnosis of autism almost cost her son her life or some shit like that. I think that's the blog post. She explains how the doctors misdiagnosed him, and as a result of thinking that he had autism, they missed a potentially life, fatal issue or whatever. And so, she said that once they found the issue and once they corrected the issue, then his autism symptoms just went away. He was no longer autistic. But then a year later, he was autistic again. Yes, people from New Hampshire. Yes. Yeah, exactly. It's mostly New Hampshire too, I think. But it's different from the Boston accent. But it's not. It's like in the family of the Boston accent, but it's just like not nuclear family, maybe. I remember, like I used to spend my summers out in Hampton Beach, and in New Hampshire there. And one year, I was talking with some people that from Boston or from Boston, outside Boston, and they kept saying to me, "Say park the car." And I'm like, "Pack the car." They're like, "No, park the car." I'm like, "Pack the car." "No, park the car." I'm like, "What the fuck?" I'm saying it. They were telling me to say park the car. And I'm like, "What? How is that park the car? There's no R's." How do you say park or car without R? You just dissed my whole half of my family. Sorry. Well, I'm not dissing them. I'm sure they're fine people. I had a great time in Hampton Beach every time I went. So, nah, it was a good place. Good people. Just, they don't speak with ours. Yeah, it's autism is fickle like that. It hides. That was so interesting. Why is that show? Okay. She cried and carried out. right, let me take a quick break. Let me use the restroom quick. Come back and could play like a few Llamagirl clips of it. Llamagirl, do you have that one up yet? Did you grab that one? I don't know. Yeah, you did. That's right. Yeah. All right. So, oh, shoot. That means I'm gonna be leaving a blank screen again. Oh no, I know what I can do. I can't put a thing. Oh, you know what? Let me switch to StreamYard. No, I can't switch to StreamYard. Damn it. How can I? Because I don't want to have it playing all loud and shit in my house. I can download it, I guess. Copy link to tweet. Holy shit. Are we gonna download though? I don't understand why it's not downloading. Oh, start. I'm an idiot. Okay. Oh, I got it. All right. I can download the video clips and play them through my media player. Well, maybe I can't. Let's try this again.
Video earlier today about a
open. Okay, yep, I can. I just have to copy it a certain way.
About a
It only take a second to download. Now, what takes so freaking long is getting the uploader, pulling it up, and then getting it going. And apparently getting my computer to cooperate. That must take a minute. Unless that's all it is. I love having a computer that's this slow. It is awesome. Yay. Downloads. Yeah, it's not downloading. Oh my god, this is so annoying.
They're about
It's not pulling up my Finder for some reason. Okay, I don't know. Well, I don't know what else to do. I don't want to really like have it blasting throughout the house, so it's gonna keep half the household up. So I'm not gonna be able to play it tonight. Looks like. So all right, and if you've been talking to me in chat, I apologize. I haven't seen it. Can you do accents for improv like Call Girl or Indiana South? I'm sure I'd be like allowed to, but I can't do them. Oh yeah, I haven't heard anything on the Roadhog front either, and I'm going to take his silence as what's the word I'm looking for? As defeat. So I will let that happen gracefully. This is pissing me off though that that's not downloading. Why won't it save? Right here, downloads here. I don't get it. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna give up on it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep ignoring you guys. Oh, I was trying to download like, well, Llamagirl has the clips of Katie's Instagram live, the one where she was going off about her son and autism and shit. And for some reason, like the Twitter download or the Twitter down or whatever it's called, that website, it's not saving, it's not giving me the option to save the video. It's finding it, it's pulling it up, but I can't then save video as. So, and I don't have that Instagram. DM sent to your main IG. Okay, all right. I will, as soon as I'm done with this this live, I'll go check it out. Sponsorship from Depends for EKZ. Well, yeah, I know I keep having to go pee. I could have gone 10 times by now. Well, I can hold it for a little bit, but it's just if we were going to sit here and get into a video and shit, let me get that out of the way. What? Okay, no, go away. Oh yeah, it was brought to my attention too that we were talking about Nat at some time last week, and the Nat sock account list that I shared on my website, it was not accessible. That's because for some reason my website was no longer published. So I once I went to go into my website for something, I'm like, what the hell's going on here? So I pulled it up and I just republished it. So everything's now accessible on there again if you want. So, including, right? Oh, I didn't know that. Cool, thank you. So Klarissa has it on her channel. So go ahead and pull that up. Copy link. Oh wait. Oh no. Okay, I can download it though from there. Yeah, because that's my problem. Because I'm on OBS, I can't share the audio for some reason from my window display when I share this. Although I could try share browser, maybe. Let me try that. Oh man, try. It would do that. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll add to that list. Let me do a share browser. What do I want? I want this one. Where's that image slideshow? There we go.
Why would you think it's okay to make those kinds of comments with 2 million people on a platform?
Wait a minute.
Knowing that there's all these people eating up what you're saying and not consider that there's actually children that you're talking about that are real people that didn't ask to be.
There, sorry, I had to mute it for a second. It's not interacting again. God damn it. Can you guys hear that? Just out of curiosity. Like, I have it on mute right now, but I'm still trying to figure out OBS a little bit. So, I mean, are you able to hear that? Let me see. Oh, I muted out sound. Of course I can't hear it. Okay. All right, so I have a download coming. Thank you, Rakin. So we're going to move that. All right. So, here we go. Oh, wait, download, don't play, download. So, I'm just waiting for it now. Waiting for it to download. Why can't I see my mouse? But I don't have control over my mouse. God damn it. come on. Why isn't that? I can't see my screen. My screen's like frozen or something. It's not frozen. I mean, there's a video playing in the background, but it's stuck on Telegram. And saying, please wait for the video to be fully downloaded. And it says, okay, but I can't click okay. I can't do anything. I'm flying blind here. But I can see the chat from here. I'll give it a few minutes. Maybe it's just... How do you do like Control Alt Delete on Apple? So yeah, if anyone knows how to do Control Alt Delete on Apple, I don't know how. And I mean, you have to be able to do it, right? I might have to shut down my computer to get control of it again. I don't know. Command, Option, and Escape. Okay. Command, Option, Escape. Nope. Oh, there we go. Force quit applications. What the? This is weird. It's showing like, oh, it says OBS, but then it shows the Telegram icon next to OBS. And then it's showing my Snapcam next to Telegram. My Snap camera is next to email. I don't know which one I'm supposed to hit. I'll try. I don't know. Do you? Yes, I do. Yeah, my mouse isn't picking up. Yay! No, still no mouse though. Oh, there's mouse. Okay, yay, got it. Thank you. Thank you. Who was that? Thank you, Jujubee. Thank you. Yay, you saved me. Okay, so close that out. Let's try this again. It's on, right? Yep. All right, reopening Telegram. I never knew that. I never knew that that's how you did it. I would have loved to know that like at least 10,000 times before tonight. Thank you. Force quit is the shortest. Yeah, I couldn't get my mouse wouldn't pull it up though. Okay. Save media as. I wonder if there's something wrong with my Finder or something. It seems like every time I go to use it tonight, it doesn't want to pull up. Okay, there we go. All right, it's downloading right now. Damn, that's quick. It already downloaded.
Why would you think it's okay to make those kinds of comments with 2 million people on a platform, knowing that there's...
Just gonna pause there for a second. The hell? Okay, on that note, I am going to run and go pee real quick, and I'm going to grab my headphones, and then I'm going to play. So I will be right back. And I just realized how I can do this. Ah. Okay. All right. Let me just check chat real quick. I don't know. I may not play this whole thing. I'm just saying, but play some of it. I would like to have a talk with you about how much you click on things. Don't do it so much. You click too much. I have a degree in computer science, so I can say this. Oh, I no doubt that I do. Yeah, I know. I get so frustrated that I just start clicking away and shit. Dude, I have to say this. This keyboard here, it came with my iMac, okay? It's an Apple keyboard, wireless keyboard. This is the most durable thing ever. Like, nothing in the world is constructed that it can put up with so much shit as this thing can. This is not broken. This is not faltered. This is not even wavered at all in its performance. And I beat the fuck out of this thing, and I have for years. I highly recommend this product. Seriously. But yeah, I know, you're right. Oh, okay. All right. So this download, it's from, it's a YouTube download from Klarissa's YouTube. So, and I'm guessing that the way she recorded it as, like, she was recording video, possibly audio, or audio anyways, possibly video, from a separate device, recording from like one device to another device. So I guess you hear some background noise in this recording, but it's not on Katie's end. Just, I mean, it's no big deal, the noise or whatever. It's not an issue, but just, it's not on Katie's end. That's all. I think that's important maybe to point out. So, all right. Media source. Okay.
All these people eating up what you're saying.
Oh, wait. Shoot. That's right. I gotta do this. Okay, now we'll hear it.
Not consider that there's actually children that you're talking about that are real people that didn't ask to be born, and they didn't ask to be born with autism, and they didn't ask for that, and then to call them a demonic and evil, it's just so sick to me. Because nothing about their lives is easy. Like, everyone I hate that people with autism are treated so poorly and are so misunderstood and just chastised and cast out and made to feel like nobody can understand them, or that they're not worthy, or that they're not. It's just so painful for them, and it's so painful for their parents. Like, all these kids want is friends. All they want is acceptance. All they want is to be loved. And then that stuff is put out into the world, and it's like, how could you even talk like that about a kid? I'm sorry, I'm so emotional. It just bothers me as a mom.
How she's talking this way about about kids. I mean, I get it. There's a lot of prejudice and everything regarding or directed towards kids with autism, or people with autism, but kids with autism. I get it. And there probably always will be to a degree. But she's talking about it like they're all like the elephant men or some man walking down the street, you know what I mean? And even that's fucked up, don't get me wrong, but that's in like an extreme situation of like abuse or whatever over someone being different. So, although in real life, and okay, I'm not gonna go down that road, but like, that's what she's making it out to seem like they can't go to the store without like having shit thrown at their heads or something. That's how it sounds. So when she's talking about it, and she's the one talking about it like that, no one else is.
I can't understand how a Christian would speak about someone that way. I thought that like Christians were supposed to be loving and kind and like do what Jesus wanted, and I didn't realize that they called you to tell people that a child with a disability is a demon and evil. All that does is further stigmatizes an already extremely misunderstood diagnosis and misrepresented in the public. All that does is further stereotype these kids as misfits and psychotic and bad kids. They're not bad kids. They have a disability. Their brains are not the same. They're neurodivergent. Their wiring isn't like ours. They can't control their emotions the same way. They don't know how to process things the same way. That doesn't make them evil.
It's her words right now that are just, again, she's the one describing them to be, I mean, abnormal. That's the word I'm looking for. Yes, there's a difference, okay? There's a difference between those with autism and those with autism. Yes, there are differences. But the way she's describing them, it isn't just difference. Like, it's not normal is what it sounds like she's saying. And that's just asinine to me. I don't get that.
You wouldn't it's just so ableist to say that more faith and more believing more in God would somehow make this demon get out of this child. Why would you call a child with autism demonic? What about a child with autism is demonic? What is it? Because they don't sit perfectly on your blanket when you're hitting them and they try to move off the blanket when you're spanking them? Are you going to just beat them more? Because I'm sure in these cultures and in these worlds, it's the kids that have the disabilities that are getting beat up the most because they're not compliant, because they don't know how to be. They have no grace for children that have needs. None. And it just drives me crazy. It drives me crazy. And I don't bring up my son because it's his business and it's his life and it's his privacy. But like, dude, someone needs to speak up for these kids because it's not fair how they're treated. It's not fair how insurance companies are.
Again, did anyone ask her to be the one to speak up? Did she ask to speak up? And here I feel that this is where we're going to come into the real reason why this is all being discussed. And it's not because of some dickhead pastor or whatever. It's because she wants this crazy ass sympathy and this to make a big deal out of the big bad mean insurance company that won't pay for the medication or whatever. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, if that's all true there about the insurance company, yeah, I'd be pissed too. I'd be making a huge deal about it. I'm not even judging that. But that's a good enough reason to go on stream and start talking shit. You don't need to reach out to this pastor video from however long ago, and you don't need to start throwing social workers and everything under the bus and shit. Like, I don't get it. Like, and then she says that she was on the phone with the insurance company and that the insurance company wouldn't cover the medication costs or whatever. But then she puts a post out there thanking a social worker. Like, I don't think she spoke to a social worker when she was fighting with the insurance company for a medication. Like, what is she talking about? What did I miss something here?
Like, treat kids with autism. It's not fair how kids with chronic illness are treated by, oh man, parents of kids like this feel so damn helpless because we want to help our kids, and at every roadblock, there's so many roadblocks thrown up in front of us every single day. We fight with insurance companies. We are constantly trying to get our kids accommodated in class. We have to deal with IEPs and arguments with teachers to make sure that services are met, and dealing with people trying to cut corners, and educators not trying, like, basically giving us the bottom of the barrel education because they just don't have the bandwidth or the understanding or the care or concern to help. Like, that's what we face. We're tired. We're tired of being told that our kids are bad. We're tired of being told that, like, we don't have, like, it just makes us feel like our kids are invisible. You just want to put us out on an island so that you don't have to deal with us, and that's not fair. Why can't I put you on an island so I don't have to hear your voice and your ignorance? Oh, I just had to get that off my chest. It bothers me. I hate people like that. I don't like crying. I don't cry very much, and I can't stop today. I just don't understand why people are so mean to people with autism. It just bothers me so much. The system is so broken. Oh, I'm sure, Maria, you know what I'm talking about.
This is where she starts being a bitch, isn't it? I shouldn't laugh. I shouldn't, because, I mean, the subject matter and everything, and I feel like she's exploiting the whole. I feel like she's exploiting her son. But I can't help but to laugh a little bit when she starts getting all bitchy and shit with viewers, and I just can't help it.
I know, like, these kids with autism are the sweetest children you'll ever meet. Like, I hate how society acts like they're, like, horrible and they're mean and they're cruel and, like, they're not affectionate. The biggest stereotype about these kids is that they don't know how to have relationships and they don't know how to attach and they don't know how to be affectionate, and that's not true. Like, my son is so affectionate. He is, like, so hands-on and always wants hugs and always wants kisses, and he's not, like, he craves emotional connection. Like, people think that these kids just don't. Hey, Terry, how about you just keep your opinions to yourself and let me vent without making this about you? Like, horrible and they're mean and they're cruel and, like, they're not affectionate. The biggest stereotype about these kids is that they don't know how to have relationships and they don't know how to attach and they don't know how to be affectionate, and that's not true. Like,
All right, so I'm seeing by Terry Gottlieb or whatever. I'm sorry it is hurtful, but don't throw an entire profession under the bus. My nephew has autism, and I teach an advocate for my special needs kiddos.
My son is so affectionate. He is, like, so hands-on and always wants hugs and always wants kisses, and he's not, like, he craves emotional connection. Like, people think that these kids just don't.
Then Terry says, Chiseldine are born perfect. I don't know. Children. Oh, children are born perfect. But yeah. Okay. I agree. Yeah. She did this live right after she started catching shit and everything for Jessa. Yeah, this. Yep.
Hey, Terry, how about you just keep your opinions to yourself and let me vent without making this about you? And how about you just, like, listen without getting defensive and saying things like, don't throw an entire profession under the bus? What does this have to do with you, Terry? You could have just said, I understand. Like, where did I throw an entire profession under the bus? I'm sharing my frustrations.
You know, that Terry name, I've seen that in her Instagram comments often. Like, she's been, like, a supporter and shit of Katie's. And Katie's about to block her, I bet. Huh? Like, and really, I've noticed the name supporting Katie, and she's gonna fucking block her.
God, people are so insensitive and make everything about themselves. Like, that's another thing that drives me crazy about online. You can't even share without people being so selfish that they literally make everything about themselves when someone's literally just sharing their frustration. When you say shit like that, it's like people don't want to open up. Why would I share anymore if I can't even honestly express how I feel sometimes, where this is how I'm feeling? Relating is not telling someone that you're a terrible person and you're throwing all the teachers under the bus. Like, dude, I know that there's good teachers out there.
Who said she was a terrible person? No one said anything about that. Why is she equating with what Terry said to herself being a terrible person? That's fucking weird.
And it doesn't change the fact that, oh, you have a nephew that's autistic, great. Like, you aren't living this life every day. You're not a parent of a child with special needs. You don't get it. It's, like, so easy to seriously, like...
Wait a second. I thought that this was about what the kids go through, the kids with autism go through. I thought that this was about what they face and how people view them and what they go through. When did this become about what the parents go through?
Say that you're a teacher and think that you can relate, because you can't. You're not living the life. You're not with the child every day. You don't deal with the frustrations. You're not dealing with the insurance companies. You're not dealing with the advocacy that's nonstop, 100% all day. No, I spent all day on the phone with you.
I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but Terry came back and said, "You don't know my life."
The insurance company, Miss Mercy Monroe, all day. That's what I did. All day on this phone with the insurance company.
I missed that.
%, all day. No.
Mercy Monroe, 83. You sit on the computer all day, not with me. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
I spent all day on the phone with the insurance company, Miss Mercy Monroe. All day. That's what I did. All day on this phone with the insurance company. And until a year ago, I handled 100% of everything my son did. Because I was, both of us were working, and I took care of everything.
A year ago? Wasn't it like 2 years ago? Like was it last March or April or something? Right, yeah, it's last spring. That's when her husband, or 2 springs ago, 2020. That's when her husband was a year ago. The fuck?
She's so selfish that she had to, like, literally have a temper tantrum. Like, I understand that there's amazing teachers out there, but there's also not amazing teachers out there. What does it matter if I make a joke calling child's crotch fruits? That's a joke. That's not. Like, I understand that there's amazing teachers out there, but there's also not amazing teachers out there.
What?
What does it matter if I make a joke calling child's
remember?
crotch fruits? That's a joke. That's not, like, being serious. And I didn't call them disease-riddled crotch fruit. You're just adding the disease-ridden part. I said crotch fruit, which is literally a joke. It's like a goblin. It's like calling a kid a goblin. It's a joke. Take your Karen ass and get out of here. Bye, Chelsea. You're psycho too.
Yeah, I didn't see Chelsea's comment, but Mercy Mom right here, she doesn't talk about V unless it serves her.
I didn't call it a disease-ridden crotch mom. I'm like, they totally added that. Hey, Mercy. You know, it's like I don't talk about him, and then you say I'm neglecting him, and then when I do talk about him, I'm only doing it to serve myself. And I'm not trying to serve myself. Oh. Mercy's gone. She can't answer anymore. Crotch goblin is my correct way to say it. Hi, Nina.
Thank you so. You can hear me, right? I think you can. Where'd it go? Thank you so much for the super chat, Autistic Show. Thank you for showing the real KJ. She's ableist and trying to pull that her disability means she doesn't have to be accountable, but she is accountable, and she proves she doesn't care about her son. Sadly, I think you're right. I'm not on mute, right? Okay. Okay.
Oh, Martha, you exist just to hate people. I think anyone can be compassionate to a child with autism, unless you're in the shoes of a parent that's doing it.
Wait a minute. I saw. This one kills me.
To hate people. I think anyone
Yuppers, do you watch much YouTube?
can be compassionate to a child with autism. Unless you're in the shoes of a parent that's doing it, you just don't understand. That's all I'm trying to say. Goodbye, Yuppers. You've got a cat profile. You look like a fake account. Oh, she said her son has Down syndrome and autism. That reminds me of this little girl that lives in our community. She has Down syndrome. She is so cute. She's not little anymore, I'm sure. She's probably like 12 now. But oh my gosh, when she was younger, she used to run around our local restaurant and take everyone's order. She was so cute. Oh my God. She would just have her little notepad and take everyone's order at the restaurant, and the restaurant was so sweet to her. She had the biggest smile on her face all the time. I'd rather they not live in my shoes for 5 minutes. I need those. Yeah, me too. You love the crotch fruits? You... It's just hurtful to hear people talk about children that way that are disabled. It's not, you don't... Children with autism are already, like, up against such obstacles, and then to, like, be so cruel to them, it's just... It's horrible. If Jesus went to his church, he would be turning over tables. To his church, he would be turning over tables. Hurtful to hear people talk about children that way that are disabled. It's not, you don't... Children with autism are already, like, up against such obstacles, and then to, like, be so cruel to them, it's just...
Oh, okay, never mind. That's right. I was just... That's right. I already know that there's going to be sounds or whatever in the background, but it's not from Katie's end. Okay. Because I just heard one. I'm like, what the hell was that?
It's horrible. If Jesus went to his church, he would be turning over tables. Hi, Hannah. Yeah, I'll be okay. Greg Locke said that children with autism are demonic. I did not see the mom that just had twin girls. Oh, you'd hug me? I'd take a hug. For sure. Okay, goodbye, Sparkles. You're just trying to get me to talk about that person. You know what the trolls do? They're so stupid. Oh, you'd hug me? I'd take a hug. For sure. Okay, goodbye, Sparkles. You're just trying to get me to talk about that person.
I missed it.
You know what the trolls do? They're so stupid. They're so obvious. They'll show up and they'll say something super negative, and then 2 minutes later they'll come back and they'll be like, "Do you watch YouTube?" And then they'll bring up a YouTuber's name to get me to talk about that person, and it's so dumb. And then they'll come back under a different fake account, and then they'll say something antagonistic. It's like they live for this. right now I just need my son's medication approved, and it's not being approved, and that's been very frustrating today.
See, I don't understand the whole medication thing, because like, when her husband was laid off, what was it? They were in 2020. She did a stream or whatever where she was talking about the same shit about the medication not being approved. But at that time, it was right around when they would have been switching insurances. Like, they would have been going from his work insurance to like Cobra, for example. So I mean, she was blaming it and everything on him, not losing his job. I think she may even said the word Cobra in the video. I can't quite recall. But she did a stream where saying they won't approve his medication is $2,500 or $2,200. It was $20-something $100. And it come to find out she meant, I don't know if she meant to reveal this or whatever, but come to find out it's not that they wouldn't approve it, it's that they wouldn't approve it until Monday when the new insurance took over or some shit like that. This was like on Friday. So she had to wait 2 days for this insurance to be approved. Like, wow, yeah. Yeah, so my whole point of that was, how do we know that that's not the case here or something? I find it hard to believe that like or most insurance companies anyways wouldn't cover a medication if like her Cobra insurance was covering it like 2 years ago. I'm assuming it's the same medication, unless I can't imagine that her kid's on like more than one medication that costs thousands of dollars every month. I could be wrong. I mean, it is big pharma, so who knows? I mean, and I don't say that negatively. I mean, I love having pharmaceuticals in our lives, but I mean, yeah, they do like to make their money.
Is he playing a game? I can hear him. Autism is genetic, so generally if one child has autism, it's not uncommon to have multiple children that have autism. It's also not uncommon for a parent to have autism or for there to be autism in the family. My husband and I both have ADHD, and we learned from a neuropsychologist that there's been some studies and work that's been done lately to see the connection between ADHD and autism, because so many children that have autism also have ADHD, and whether or not ADHD is somehow within that spectrum or not. So I have ADHD too, Hannah. He's been on the medication since he's been born. Well, since he's been 3 months old, and we just changed insurance companies, and it's an extremely expensive medication. It costs $55,000. It costs over $60,000 a year, $5,500 a month, and they don't want to pay it.
Sorry, I hit the wrong button. Okay, this is what kind of frustrates me too. Like, that little tidbit of information she just said there, he's been on the medication since he was 3 months old. Well, if you listen to any other things, for example, if you listen to the whole, any one of the two videos there where, she yells at her chat for not supporting her, talking about the day, she almost lost her son. Well, that's when he was 3 months old. So, and that's when they found out about the hypothyroidism, or I'm not, or I don't know, whatever it was called. I think it starts with a P or something. I don't know these big words, but that's when she says that they found out about that. So that right there, her saying that he's been on this medication for 3 months, that's enough, like, specific information to where someone could probably reasonably figure out what it is. I mean, just if you're going, why don't fucking sit here and pretend to protect your son's or care about your son's privacy or anything like that at this point, because you're not just coming right out and overtly saying it, but you're just gonna drop hints everywhere. So you might as well. Like, you're not protecting anything at this point. You're protecting your own like conscience maybe, and barely doing that, I would say.
Yeah, I see a definite overlap, and I also feel like ADHD's, the lack of the impulse control, very similar. You're lying. It is genetic. Literally, it's genetic. Autism is not caused by the environment. Yes, $5,500 for a 30-day supply. This medication is actually very expensive to make because it's extremely unstable.
Chief Glass says, I looked up human growth hormone, which I think is what she's talking about. It's not that much a month. It's like $6,000 a month without insurance. Yeah, there's there's, when it comes to human growth hormone, from what I understand, is there are medical uses for it or whatever, but it's like medical. I don't want to say medical grade, but like it's different or whatever. And then there's like the kind people take for just whatever, like if they're weightlifting or I don't know, other shit, other reasons other than medical. They're different though. Like insurance won't cover all of it. Like just specific, like ones that are medically useful, basically. But I'm not sure if that's it though. I mean, it could be. What the fuck do I know? But and Llamagirl, you mentioned the hydrocephalus or whatever. I thought that was the thing, something about a brain or something, like that's when he needed a shunt or some shit. I thought that the hormone thing was something different. I don't fucking know though. Like if I have a medical ailment, I barely know the word, so I'm not gonna. You would think if people wanted to know this shit and understand it and remember it and talk about it, they would make it a little bit easier to pronounce. I'm just saying. Kimberly Rowdy Mom says, I just checked my magic 8-ball, secret source, and it said definitely suffers from anal leakage. I'm guessing she means Katie, but yeah. I don't know, just saying. I don't know I don't even know if the insurance, does she say that the insurance company gave a reason for denying it? I don't know.
It's like one of the most expensive medications because of how unstable and how it's just not easy to make.
How would she know that? Like I understand, just like, okay, the medication's so expensive because it's a bitch to make or whatever. But she's like, it's unstable because of the different ingredients they need, and they take a while to produce or something. Like, who the fuck knows that? Who knows that unless it's your fucking field?
Not one of those drugs that's like marked up because they can mark it up. It's marked up because it's the chemicals and whatever they use to make it. It's hard to make. There's nothing you can do, unfortunately. Do you love my lamp? Oh, I got it from Wayfair. I'd rather not say the medication that it is. The information that I have about the drug isn't from Big Pharma, and I don't want to call it Big Pharma because not all pharmaceutical companies are bad. In fact, the company that makes this specific drug is amazing to families if they can't get it approved. They actually will cover the drug for families and for kids because they need it. We're still waiting to see if we can get the drug company to help us with that right now. So no, I don't like to say that all drug companies are bad because that's just not true. There's some practices that I don't like, but I would say in general, I think insurance companies are worse.
Insurance companies are only worse to her right now because right now they're the ones that pissed her off. And not for nothing, like, I think no one should have to pay for medication, especially like if it's required for quality of life, let alone for life. But I'm going to find it kind of annoying if the insurance company or the pharmaceutical company did just like hook her up with this drug. I mean, don't get me wrong, the kid shouldn't go without it. No matter what, the kid shouldn't go without. But from what she's got to be making at YouTube, I mean, this would, for her to pay for a year's worth would be like maybe a month's salary. Maybe. And not to mention, that's just YouTube. I mean, there's anything she makes off of Instagram. There's merchandise. There's, she's got other avenues too. Well, just maybe not brands, but.
You can't get it from Cost Plus Drugs. This is not a medication that you can find on. It's just not. You can't. It's a special. It's a special.
It's a super medication. You can't just get it anywhere. Like, it's made with like unicorn shit or something. What the fuck? You can't get it at Costco.
Drug. Like you can't. You can't get it online. They have to do a lot of, it's not even just the research too, but the way that the drugs are made and the ingredients that they have to use and how long it takes for the ingredients to be ready to be put into the drug. It's just huge, the amount of time it takes. It's not a compound drug. It's a specialty injection. We do have compound drugs, but compound drugs are different. Autism is genetic, stupidity is taught, yeah. Like the people that want to say autism is... I'm not going to answer any more questions about what the medication is because I feel like you guys are just asking questions so that you'll tell me, I'll tell you what it is, and I don't want to tell you purposely. This medication is it's a hormonal medication, but it's not, it does help his heart. It helps a lot of things. He needs it for a lot of things.
No. If there was medication that was that was approved to treat many issues like that, it wouldn't cost that much. I mean, I don't see how they could make it cost that much. She's saying it helps his heart, it helps his many issues or whatever. Then how does it, if it's approved to help many issues, how can it cost that much?
Essential oils are not going to help him. So that's a bizarre thing to, like, your son is yelling hi. I'm not answering questions of what the medication is for. All I'm saying is we can't get it approved, okay? Please respect. My son has more than autism. Like, it's literally none of your business. All I was trying to say is we have a medication we're trying to get approved. It's none of your business what it's for. It's none of your business what it is. It's his business. That's what I was saying. I hate how insurance dictates. The doctor says, yeah. I wasn't trying for you guys to discuss it. I wasn't trying to discuss what the medication was. I simply said I couldn't get it approved. And then you all wanted to know what it was. And I said I don't want to tell you.
So yeah, that's it. I don't know if you guys saw it like earlier in the comments. So on the video, Todd was there commenting under Von Art Guitars, and he said not a compound pharmacy but a specialty pharmacy or something like that. I don't know what that meant, but whatever. Yeah, Annie, I hear it. Annie says, stop conflating other shit with autism. As you admitted, you do because it's easier as most people know someone with it and just shut the fuck up in general, for fuck's sake, quit being exploited and manipulative. Yeah, exactly. And I feel like the autism there was like her, in her mind, it was her entryway into the discussion of the insurance company and the medication and everything and sad fishing and whatever, but I don't know, I've just autism though, this seems like her go-to thing whenever she needs attention diverted from one thing to another and when she wants to sad fish. But okay. On that note, I'm going to call it a night because it's almost 1:30 a.m. here. Luckily, though, I get to sleep in tomorrow. But, yeah, so there's that. But yeah, so thank you. I really wanted to get my thoughts out on her post there on this shit with Jessa. Oh, and shoot, someone said something earlier, and I don't think they tagged me in it though. Shit. I wanted to read it, but darn it. Oh well. Oh wait. What's that? Oh, okay. Someone had said something. I can't find it now though. Apparently, like, they thought it was an interesting take or whatever. My talking about how like this would hurt Jessa or whatever. I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that what she did here with Jessa's sponsorship? I mean, I get it. Yeah, of course, it's gonna hurt her financially or whatever. But just in Jessa's like overall life and everything, like if it could just, if meddling like that in the way that Katie's doing it, like, do you think that could cause like some serious harm? Yeah, I'm kind of curious what everyone thinks. So, let me know in the comments or wherever. On that note, though, I am going to sign off because I'm exhausted. I'm going to get to sleep. And how do I do this now with OBS? I just go to outro then? Okay. All right. So, all right, guys. Good night. Thanks for being here. And I'll see you guys around tomorrow somewhere, somehow.